Hey everyone, we're here in Bonelab once again. This feels a little bit weird hopping back into Bonelab, but I saw on the Reddit a couple of days ago, or about a week ago, this map called Infiltration. It's almost like its whole campaign by itself. Of course, it's only a single level, so it's not super long by any means, but it interested me, so I decided that I'd check it out. There's also another one by the same creator, Sir Whisky. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see it. But for now, here's everything that went down. Starting right off the bat, and the reason why we're going to be kind of just talking over all the gameplay here is the audio was just incredibly loud. The game was just so damn loud, and there was literally nothing I could do to stop it. I tried to adjust the volume, and it was just still loud. Oh, that's not actually turning it down, is it? That's not good. Oh, well. Obviously, that was not a good starting point. Like, that was not a good way to start off this level that supposedly is super great, that has so many praises to it. Secondly, I came through the vent, and there's obviously a bunch of enemies down there, and immediately I realized, hey, this is kind of a little bit laggy. It's not super noticeable maybe in the gameplay that you're seeing, but it was a little bit laggy. And it did give me a spawn gun at the start, so after I took care of all the NPCs in this room, I decided that, maybe I could just take the spawn gun and delete all the enemies that I kill. And that seemed to work. I carried it through half, well, maybe not half the level, but about a third of the level, deleting all the enemies I killed. And that seemed to reduce the lag drastically to the point to where I didn't have to do it anymore for the rest of the map. So that was a way that I was able to fix that and basically go around it. So if you ever have issues with this map, on Quest 2 at least, that's what I'm playing on. If you have that issue on Quest 2, definitely use that spawn gun and try to delete the enemies that you kill. Or just delete them, I guess, if you want to cheat it. But yeah, that was it was fun despite the lag and everything, so I decided to keep on going. So after this, we obviously have to go through a hallway and everything. Of course, I ended up in this room that I'm not sure if it was a puzzle or not. It seemed like it was, just because there was a handful of things in there, and things were really high up. So I was thinking, okay, I either have to use the tall avatar or I just need to solve some kind of puzzle. Decided to see if there was some kind of puzzle here. So I was messing around with some stuff, and then I realized that, you know, I could just climb this, right? I switched to the light character, just climbed up there, and was doing my best to reach the next platform, but I was too short. And again, I was like, okay, surely it doesn't want me to use the tall avatar. Surely it doesn't, because that's not really... I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was correct, but I couldn't figure out what else to do, so that's ultimately what I ended up doing. But first, before I did try that, I did try to carry some platforms and crates and things like that up there to the top of the platform to see if maybe I could jump onto that and then jump onto the platform. Maybe that's what I meant to do, and honestly, even to this day, I have no idea what I meant to do here, but figured that has to be the case, that I just have to switch to the tall avatar, because there didn't seem to be physically any way to get up there outside of that. So anyway, after doing that, there was a crablet up there. I threw him down, and I'm keeping my promise to not kill the crablets from, some of you guys may know this, but in older videos, I did a whole series where I was going through Bonelab, carrying a crablet through the entire level, through the entire game, pretty much. And so I decided to kind of maybe do that a little bit with this, where I wouldn't harm the crablets. I didn't really carry a crablet through this. Let me know if you think I should. But I thought it would be an interesting challenge to not kill any of the crablets. So I didn't kill the crablet. I was hitting it at first, but I decided to just chuck it down there. And I wasn't sure if it killed it or not. I jokingly said that it survived. Don't worry about it. And I ended up fighting another crablet and throwing it down there too, and saw that the other crablet was alive. So we're good there. But again, I don't know what the deal was with this puzzle. I don't know if it really was one or not. So I just ended up going through. I started to go the correct way, or at least the way I thought was the correct way. And then I realized, hang on, there was some crates over there. Let me go behind that. And I found my first secret. There's a couple of secrets in this map, which is super cool. It had me kind of exploring the level a little bit more. But behind there was, of course, the crablet that I ended up throwing down there. And there was a weapon back there, and it was just kind of a neat little thing. It was kind of cool. There was also a bunch of fords up there as well. I ended up climbing to some kind of roof of some kind, and that was a whole thing too. So it was kind of fun to see some secrets like this. So anyway, after all of that and going back the correct way the game wants you to go, of course, I ended up discovering another secret room, which I thought was kind of cool, but also slightly disappointed because of how close these were together. I think it could have been a lot nicer if these were maybe further apart, or maybe just go full ham and just throw in a bunch in like every room or something. But 2 secret rooms close to each other was kind of neat regardless. This one was behind a vent that also contained a weapon and a big Apollo statue and stuff like that. It was kind of neat. But going up the stairs, there are some more pipes. And again, it looks like there's some kind of puzzle here, perhaps. Like maybe I'm supposed to do something specific. Because again, it seemed like the only way to actually beat this part of the map was to switch to the tall avatar, which again felt like you're not supposed to do that. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm meant to do that for some reason, because it's like it's too easy at that point, and at that point I wouldn't even have to climb up the pipes because it's set up in a way that makes it look like you're meant to parkour across the pipes to get to the end. I don't know, I thought that was strange. Let me know if there is another way I'm supposed to do this, but it seemed like that was what I was supposed to do, so I just did that. But after that section, you're pretty much done with the map. You fall down this huge hole, and there's a cart there and some NPCs. I easily killed them and everything like that. I decided not to get into the cart because I don't really like doing the go-kart stuff in VR. It can make me pretty sick. But I ended up getting to the end of that go-kart track section, and there was a ramp, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to jump across the ramp, so I decided to get into the cart and try to drive across it. And well, I hit something. It looked like I hit an invisible wall, but reviewing the footage, perhaps that might not be what it looks like. But regardless, I hit something. I fell into the void. It didn't just kill me for some reason. Like, I didn't die in the void at the bottom of the world. That's definitely something that was a bit of an issue for me because it made it really disorientating, obviously, and it was a bit of an issue because it made it harder to reset the level. Checkpoints is something that would be super great for something like this. Obviously, the SDK doesn't, as far as I know, doesn't support that. After I failed that, I decided, okay, I'm not going to redo the entire thing. I'm just going to take a Nimbus gun and fly through to where I was at and then play from there. So that's what I ended up doing, and it was pretty much the end of the level anyway. It didn't really quite look like the end of the level to me, or the end of the map, the game, whatever you want to call it, because there wasn't, I don't know, it didn't seem like much of a fanfare. The ending was very anticlimactic, I guess, is the thing I want to say there. But it just drops you to a room with a bunch of NPCs, much like the beginning of it, and then you kill them all, and it's over. And there you go. That's the whole map, Infiltration, pretty much. This was a pretty good map, and I think the other map is also super great too. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a video on that. I've already played it and already recorded some stuff, but if you guys don't want to see it, then that's fine too. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look at some more maps in the future, potentially. Let me know in the comments below if you know of any other maps besides Infiltration and the other one by Sir Whisky, which is escaping my mind for some reason. I can't quite remember the name of it, but let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Going back to Bonelab was definitely a bit of a treat after having basically nothing to do in Bonelab for almost a year. So yeah, there you go. Please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of that stuff like that, because it greatly helps out the channel a ton, and I very, very, very much appreciate it. So yeah, do all those things, and remember, most importantly, to stay asleep.